There's a couple of important topics that I want to get into today. Two words. It's two words. One is empathy and one is sympathy. And the reason why I want to get into these is because these are two concepts and ideas that I really educated myself on when I was younger. And I really think that it really helped me develop into a better man and develop my character and things that are very important. So, what's the difference between empathy and sympathy? To my understanding, empathy is more of a feeling towards others, and sympathy is more of don't do something that you wouldn't want done to you. So, the reason why I say that these are important and they really helped improve my character development, especially after like kind of understanding them when I was younger, I'll start with sympathy, right? It's simple. Isn't that the golden rule? Don't do something to others you wouldn't want done to you, right? That's sympathy. So I guess they did try to teach us that in school. One of the couple of things they really should have taught us more about, but it's one of those things. So with sympathy, you can. This is a daily application. Don't do something you wouldn't want done to you. Apply it to your life. Apply it to your relationships. Apply it to your friendships. Take your girlfriend, take your boyfriend for example, right? As a man, if I'm in a relationship, why would I want to do something to a woman that I would not want done to me? Why would I go out and cheat if I would want that done to me? Why would I go and beat up on a woman if I wouldn't want, that done to me? And when you understand these principles and concepts of sympathy, it can really change your whole life and your whole perspective. Why would I go out and slap somebody on the street that I'm bigger and stronger than if I wouldn't want somebody bigger and stronger than me to beat up on me? It's super simple, but people don't understand it. So why would I go and cheat on a woman that I'm dating, right? If I'm well aware that I would be pissed the fuck off if she did that to me. You know what I mean? Why would I go and steal something from a homie if I know that that would be dead ass wrong if he did that to me? Sympathy. It's a very simple concept. If you don't want somebody doing something to you, don't do it to them. If you don't want people talking about you behind your back, don't do it to them. If you don't want somebody to disrespect you, don't disrespect them. If you don't want this girl that you like to be doing some fuck shit behind your back, stop doing it to her. And vice versa. If you're a woman, you don't like your guy to be doing this or doing that, don't do it to him. It's super fucking simple. People complicate it though. So look into it and use it to your understanding, use it to your development. Stop acting like a bitch if you don't want people to treat you like one. Sympathy. Again, look it up, look into it. And one of the things that like I really applied it as, I don't want to be a bully to anybody because I don't want nobody trying to bully me. I'm not trying to go out and um mess up somebody's life and dreams and goals if I want that done to me. It's super simple, you know. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't disrespect women and I respect women and I'm not out trying to pimp them out and play them and shit like that because I come from a family of women. So there's no way that I feel like I would get away with just being out here just pimping and playing all these women and just treating all these women and like shit. When I come from a family of women, I know that I wouldn't be tolerating that if something happened to my mom or something happened to my grandma or something happened to one of my sisters. So if you don't want that type of stuff to be happening to the women around you, stop going out there and treating women like shit. That's what I'm saying. But like I said, people don't think about that. People don't understand sympathy. And like again, you apply sympathy to your life, it'll change your whole perspective, it'll change your whole character. Now over to empathy. Empathy, like I said, to my understanding, is more of a being empathetic towards others, is kind of considering people's feelings and emotions and their reactions before doing something. So in terms of empathy, let me see, how would I put this into perspective? I guess it's kind of understanding empathy. Being empathetic might be a little bit more based on perspective. Being empathetic might be a little bit more based on perspective, but I think it's just generally having an understanding of kind of what's wrong and what's right to do to somebody else, and kind of accepting their reactions and their emotions and how they may understand it and take it and reciprocate it. So empathy to me is having um an understanding and connection to the environment. Having being empathetic for me is not going out and doing certain things just because. Why do you want to fuck somebody else's life up just to do it? So for me, having empathy, part of that is not, messing up somebody else's life and what they believe in because I'm considerate of others. I think that's what it is. Being considerate, understanding um what your actions and your words can, how they can affect others, how they can influence others, being empathetic and just caring, being considerate. Care more about your environment, be more considerate about others' feelings and what they believe in. And one of the reasons, well, some of the reasons why I think that why I do understand empathy a little bit more is I'm not out doing dumb shit just to do it because I'm not trying to get involved with all that. You got to have some empathy, man. You got to have some empathy. You got to think more about what you say before you do it and think about other people's reactions and just be more considerate. Now, when you mix both of them together, having sympathy and empathy, you're really a different type of person because that sympathy helps you cater to everyone, both, yourself and those around you, because you're not going to do something upon somebody else that you wouldn't want done to you. And again, that helps your character development drastically and it changes your motives because you understand what's not right and what you don't appreciate, you shouldn't be putting on somebody else that is in the same boat as you. And then combining that with empathy is just being more considerate of others. So once you learn how to be more considerate and understand how people will react emotionally, physically, and how you can influence somebody, put sympathy and empathy together and it'll change your life. It'll help you see the world differently. It kind of puts you in a third person perspective because you understand what is, again, a little more perspective on what would morally be correct and what's morally incorrect. But it just helps you see the world differently and move differently, kind of in third person, because you don't just see things in a first person. When you apply sympathy and empathy to your life, you see things in third person because you're not just walking around in, tunnel vision in first person. You're in third person because you can see yourself, what you're doing and how you feel, and you can see others, what they're doing and how they feel. And it's a completely different life when you live in a third person perspective versus first person because you're considering yourself, including everything around you. You can see it. It's almost a superpower. Not everybody has that ability. Not everybody is sympathetic. Not everybody is empathetic, let alone understanding both, let alone even understanding one. So look into it, apply it, and see how much it changes you.